Today on Fresno State Focus, Homecoming Week is finally here. We will be live at the Save Mart Center for a preview of the Homecoming Big Show.
And learn about one student who says she has to take the long way to class because of campus accessibility issues.
Plus, we'll show you how pumpkins can help save animals. Fresno State Focus starts now.
Hello, and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Erica Rosinski.
And I'm Gina Avalos. Once again, many people in California are without power. The gusty winds and dry conditions forced PG&E to complete another public safety power shutoff. Many counties were affected. Sierra Foothills, North Bay, San Mateo, and Kern counties are all on the list. The shutoff impacted approximately 179,000 customers. PG&E says that once the high winds die down, they will safely restore power as soon as possible.
Are you tired of having to scrounge around to find change for a parking meter? Now you don't have to. A new way to pay for parking has arrived in downtown Fresno. Park Mobile Parking is available for more than 2,000 parking spaces. It's similar to the new pay-by-phone meters at Fresno State. To use the meters, download the app to your phone or sign up at parkmobile.io. It's as simple as putting the zone number into the app, choosing your time duration and parking. If you're running late, you can also add time to your meter from the app.
Fresno State is planting hundreds of trees on campus. Some of them stand for something special. In partnership with Tree Fresno, 48 of the new trees were planted on Maple Mall. Here, each tree is dedicated to submariners who lost their lives at sea. After the trees were planted, the Fresno State Veterans Services joined with the tolling of the boat ceremony. This ceremony honors each lost submarine and its submariners. The tolling of the boats includes a reading of the boats' names and the numbers of the lives lost during that historical month. Then the bell tolls for one each boat. You can always go to pay your respects by visiting the trees along the Maple Mall.
A Woodlake man is doing everything he can to support his family, even after surviving a deadly disease. Aurelia Tovar tells us his story.
Francisco Hernandez's day begins like this, and has for the past 12 years. In between Fields and Exeter, his van, it serves as his stall to display little baskets of fresh produce. Honey and flowers adorn his stand.
There's days I don't even earn enough for gas, but at home I can't really do much. The little that I earn here is good.
This here is the intersection of his stand. As you can see, there's a lot of traffic right now, and usually this is how it is throughout the day. However, Francisco says that sometimes not one car will stop.
Some days he doesn't sell, but other days he's blessed to make enough to get by. Francisco says that's just part of being a local vendor. He loves it because of his customers, and they love buying from him. He meets all kinds of people, including Kim, who is visiting from Australia.
And I saw this fresh fruit stand here and I thought, wow, I need some fresh fruit, and it's locally grown and it's perfect.
People stop and we start talking. A lot of people tell me their stories, and I tell them mine.
Some he grows himself, others he buys locally, and his customers love that.
Very nice, yeah. Okay.
I just like supporting the local farmers and the people that are selling the produce. And you get better quality produce, I think, at these stands.
Like Francisco, Alejandra Gutierrez is a local flower vendor. She understands the struggles.
Sometimes we sell, sometimes we don't. And when it rains or thunders, big businesses still make money, and we don't.
12 years ago, doctors told Hernandez he would never be able to work again.
They told me I needed to get a colonoscopy and a biopsy. The biopsy came back positive.
Colon cancer. But he didn't give up. He wanted to work. The idea of selling fruit came after he decided he wasn't going to stay home and do nothing. He was determined to survive. Now, 12 years later, he's cancer-free, looking forward to the next day. His fruit stand is what kept him alive. In Exeter, Areli Tovar, Fresno State Focus.
Francisco is open every day from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you would like to stop by, he's located on the corner of Spruce Road and Avenue 256.
Campus accessibility is an issue for one Fresno State student. Despite the struggles, she says she's working on her degree and will not be slowed down.
Attention to that, not the computer stuff, because I don't touch it.
If I could do it every day, I would. Like, I would run to my classes just for fun.
Running was one of the things Isabel Jimenez enjoyed doing when she was younger.
That was a time where I was like the most free.
Her passion for running is what kept her going. But then doctors told her she had to stop.
Being diagnosed at 2, my parents kind of kept me in a bubble.
Isabel was diagnosed with cerebral palsy.
Every little fall, every little thing can cause another injury or a bigger injury. So my life was kind of guarded.
Now, Isabel uses a chair for transportation.
It takes a lot of physical and mental strength that sometimes you just don't have, because after like a day and a day and a day doing it, you're just like, I'm tired, I'm done.
Imagine trying to open a heavy door like this one in a wheelchair. Simple things like going to the restroom can become a major issue for Isabel.
Going to the bathroom is a difficulty. Some of the bathrooms aren't accessible. Like, they say they're accessible, but they're not completely accessible.
The ramp outside of the USU is also a problem.
It's really difficult to get up that ramp if you don't have a motorized chair. You have to have the ability of both your hands to either move your chair forward with enough momentum or hold the rail and pull yourself up.
Isabel uses Scout services to get around campus, but they are not always reliable, especially when it rains. Troy Polnitz helps students overcome obstacles. He listened to Isabel. His advice? Make the university aware of these problems.
If that's an issue, the student voice definitely needs to be heard.
Despite the obstacles, Isabel isn't giving up. She plans to finish school to get her degree and become a special ed teacher.
There's plenty of people out there that are people with disabilities that have jobs. We're functioning members of society. So that's what I want my kids to get out of it.
Isabel wants to help her future students the way her teachers did. She told me she doesn't want anybody to feel bad for her. At the end of the day, she's here and she's getting things done. An important part of staying healthy, especially with the holidays coming up, requires good nutrition. We're here with Michael Flores with the Fresno County Department of Health. Talk to us about nutrition. So Halloween is coming up, you know, candies, all that calories. So can you give us any advice on how to stay healthy?
Yeah, well, first, thanks for having me. With the candies and Halloween coming up, you know, we want to do everything in moderation, not just splurge on all those candies, but, you know, you've been going to class all semester, so, you know, you want to treat yourself a little bit, but maybe switch some of those candies to healthy fruit or vegetable instead of just all sugar.
So college students, they're tight on money, they're tight on cash. You know, what are some ways that they can buy healthy food but wouldn't hurt their bank account so much?
Absolutely, I remember those days. One good thing is to shop seasonally, so see what is in season as far as fruits and vegetables. Those are usually the cheaper ones. Right now I believe it's pumpkin, winter squash, apples, Brussels sprouts, kale, some good stuff like that. Cooking at home, always good on the budget, good on the waistline. You consume less calories when you're at home, and you know exactly what's going in your foods, so you're not getting extra oils or fat or anything like that. And along those lines, also making coffee at home. That's saved me a lot, not spending $5 on a coffee drink every day and cutting down on my sugars.
It's funny you mentioned that. Today we had a little coffee run, so then it's like crazy to think that, you know, if you do make your coffee at home, it's definitely less calories and you save money.
Yeah.
So with nutrition, you know, healthy, I'm sorry, I'm losing my words. Workouts are important.
Yes.
So can you give us a little bit advice on that?
Absolutely, especially during these holiday times, you know, going to have some extra minutes on your hands, 30 minutes a day. We want to make sure that we're getting some exercise in and cutting down on the extra calories that we're consuming.
Of course, and So working out, do you see anything else that students can do besides working out and just having a healthy nutrition? Like, for example, a lot of students go eat fast food. So
yeah, I mean, again, everything in moderation, you know, maybe not fast food every day. You're going to see the difference in those budgets and definitely in the calories consumed.
Of course, we'll definitely take that into consideration here in the newsroom. We've been talking with nutritionist Michael Flores with the Fresno County Health Department. Thank you so much for being here.
There is a new program that helps treat patients who are struggling with painkillers and opioids. I talked with Dr. Reyes Vora earlier this week to find out about the resources people can access at the Community Regional Medical Center.
As you know, we have just an opioid epidemic in this country, and our region here in the Central Valley isn't spared. So we're actually seeing a lot of patients that are pretty much addicted to opioids, and they're really struggling because they know that they're in trouble. They just don't know how to seek help. What we're trying to do with the Bridge program is offer 24/7 resources to help people recover. So once they know that they need help, or even if they don't know that they need help, and we can talk to them about it, we can basically start them on a medication that keeps them from going into withdrawal. And that's available 24 hours a day here on our emergency department and through our hospital. And then we're also able to get them referred to clinics that will see them on the next day and throughout the rest of the time that they need to be on medications. And that will keep them from having to use painkillers, use IV drugs in many cases, and risk overdose and infection and a lot of other complications that we know can happen as a result of their addiction to opioids.
And so this is a fairly new program. How many patients have you had come in since it started?
It is. We've been doing it for about 6 months, and we usually are able to screen about a patient a day. So in any given month, we'll see between 30 and 40 patients. We will talk to them. Sometimes they self-identify, meaning that they come in saying, I have a problem, I'd like to stop using opioids, but I don't know where to go. And sometimes they come in after an overdose. Sometimes they come in for an infection or some other unrelated issue, and it turns out that we discover that they have an opioid use disorder.
If you or someone you know is searching for help, you can go to or call the Community Regional Medical Center, or you can call this number at 559-668-1900.
It's homecoming week.
Coming up for Fresno State Focus, we'll show you how students at Fresno State are celebrating. And Halloween is next week. We'll show you what fall fun you can have before the holiday.
Plus, I'll have your focus on weather when we come back.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
This is our Fresno State, forming relationships and learning experiences that last a lifetime, making friends who are like family, learning from professors who treat us like family, and earning a degree to make a better future for our family. Engaging our alumni generation by generation by generation. This is our Fresno State. Welcome to the family.
Homecoming week is well underway and excitement is everywhere. The Homecoming Committee kicked off with the week fired up at the Fountain Kickoff. Here, students and staff and faculty were able to get free popcorn and Fresno State ice cream. They played games like Limbo, got to bless the game ball, got a free homecoming shirt, and they got to check out the booths offering information and free Bulldog gear. Homecoming week isn't just for students, it's for everyone.
I think it's a great time for all of us to come out and support each other and support our athletics in this week. Always, but this week in particular, just kind of makes it an extra push for the rest of the events that we have going on.
If you want to show your Bulldog spirit, there are more homecoming events you can attend before the big game Saturday. You can find these events at fresnostate.edu/homecoming.
Here's another one of those events, a free movie. The new Lion King played at Bulldog Stadium last night. People brought blankets, pillows, and friends to enjoy the movie on the game day turf. They entered on the south side of the stadium where Timeout greeted them.
Big name entertainers are here for the homecoming big show.
Elizabeth Clavijo is live at the Save Mart Center. Tell us what's going on, Elizabeth.
That's right, Erica and Gina. I'm actually right in front of the Save Mart Center, where in the next couple of hours we can expect traffic congestion out in the corner of Chestnut and Shaw, and we can also expect hundreds of students, faculty, staff, and alumni ready to enjoy the T-Pain concert, along with other scheduled artists. But I want to introduce you to really quick Alexis Orozco from the Homecoming Student Committee. Hi, Alexis. Thank you so much for being out here with us.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm curious, and I'm pretty sure other people are curious too, but is T-Pain here already?
So not yet, but he's coming very soon, and he did not cancel tonight because there have been rumors that tonight was going to be canceled because he canceled his own tour, but he did not cancel Fresno State.
Woohoo! We got lucky. Yeah. So Alexis, tell me, what else is going on inside?
Yeah, so it's not just T-Pain. We have Max, who's been on TV. He's been on the radio with his biggest hit, Lights Down Low. Also, Via will be opening the show tonight, and we have Fresno's own DJ K-Rich before the show starts when doors open, so make sure to come early.
That is amazing. So can you tell me a little bit about ticket availability?
Yeah, you can still get your tickets now at the Save Mart Center box office right behind us. $20 for students. You can buy up to 4 tickets. And alumni, you could buy your tickets for $38.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for this. So the concert will begin at 7 p.m. I definitely recommend leaving home earlier just in case of that traffic congestion. But reporting live from the Save Mart Center, I'm Elizabeth Clavijo. I'm going to buy you a drink. And then I'm going to take you home with me. Back to you guys.
That was beautiful, Elizabeth. If you're planning to go to the Cody Johnson concert this week, it is canceled. Johnson was scheduled to perform at the Tioga Sequoia Brewing Company tomorrow night. Because of a death in the family, he will not be able to perform. If you bought your ticket already, you can get a refund from where you bought it. If you are determined to see him, he is still scheduled to perform in Alpine Friday night at the Viejas Casino.
Hello, I'm Janet Vasquez, and this is your quick focus on weather. If you take a look behind me at this beauty shot in front of the music building, you see it's starting to look a lot like fall. And you see the wind is blowing, and it's blowing the leaves down to the ground. And if you look here on the national satellite, you see that activity from earlier in the week. It's pretty much gone, except here in Minnesota where you see some snow. You're also going to see some snow here in the states of Utah and Colorado. And you're probably going to get about 6 inches there. So for all you skiers out there, that's good news. Here in the middle of the country, we see some dry conditions. And looking into the western satellite, you're going to see this high pressure ridge, which is going to bring in warmer temperatures this week. Once this ridge here dissipates, you'll see our temperatures going back to normal. Currently, we are in the 80s, mostly across the board in the low 80s. Here in Madera, you're at 80, Oakhurst 80, Mariposa 75, Visalia 82. Tonight, you're going to see pretty much in the low 50s and high 40s, Madera 48, Mariposa 53. For your focus on air quality, you're going to see moderate all across the board, except here in Kern County where it's going to be unhealthy for sensitive groups. Here on your extended outlook, you're going to see this high temperature that I was talking about. All here 80s across the boards until Sunday for that homecoming game. That's going to be perfect. And then you're going to go to the 70s back to start your week. So that's going to be normal temperatures. Thank you. And that was your focus on weather.
It's Halloween season, and pumpkin patches are all around, but I'm going to take you to one that offers more than just pumpkins and a place to take pictures.
That's awesome.
A pumpkin patch is a happy place for many families. At this one, it's more. It's a way to raise awareness to all the pets in our community that need rescuing. This no-kill pet shelter provides just that. Miss Winkles opened this pumpkin patch for the first time last year and saw how many members in the community loved the idea. Sissy Hernandez brought her rescue so they could take pictures with the pumpkins and enjoy their day together.
We all are always looking for dog-friendly stuff, so we saw the pumpkin patch and we wanted to bring them.
Something that's really unique about this pumpkin patch is your dogs are welcome, so you can come with your dogs and take pictures of your dog in the pumpkin patch with pumpkins, and people love pet photos. They really, really do. So you're absolutely welcome to bring the whole family, including those furry family members.
Good girl! Good girl, Jenny! There you go, you go. Ready?
Once you purchase a pumpkin, all of those proceeds go to a nonprofit account. So when a pet is in need, they're able to pay those costs.
I think that's great, and we know a lot of dog lovers because we go to a lot of different dog parks too. So we're definitely going to spread the word that, you know, Miss Winkles is having this pumpkin patch and that it'll benefit all the dogs that need to go to homes.
It is something that we're more interested in just kind of offering to the community as something new to do, and like I said, it's a little bit different than some of the other pumpkin patches in the area.
Sit. Sit. This pumpkin patch will be running through the weekend and will end after Sunday, the 27th.
Well, there are a lot of places to get your fill of big orange pumpkins. Pumpkin patches have popped up across the Central Valley, giving people a chance to pick out the perfect pumpkin for their Halloween festivities. Some even offer more than pumpkins. There are places that offer food, games, face painting, and pony rides for the kids. It's wholesome fall fun for the whole family.
The Collegian is an institution on campus and a news partner here at Fresno State Focus. Areli Tovar takes us into the newsroom to see what's in this week's paper.
Yes, I'm here in the newsroom with Seth Casey, editor-in-chief of the Collegian newspaper at Fresno State, to give us a look at what's in this week's paper. Seth, tell us about homecoming.
Yeah, so homecoming's happening this week. There was the parade on Monday, which we attended. And then there will be an event pretty much every day this week for students to come out and enjoy. So you'll want to read about that.
Now, abuse survivors take back the night. What's that all about?
Right. So last week there was a march on campus where sexual assault survivors and various organizations got together and stood in solidarity and walked throughout campus.
And Gibson Farm. Tell us all about it.
Mm-hmm. So the Gibson Farm Market is just across the street from campus, and they held their fall festival where they showcased some of their seasonal produce and other treats and goodies for customers to check out and enjoy.
Thank you, Seth. We've been speaking with Seth Casey, editor-in-chief of the Collegian. I'm Areli Tovar, Fresno State Focus.
The Fresno Chaffee Zoo is a great place to hang out for Halloween.
Coming up, we'll show you how the zoo is in holiday spirit.
And in sports, as part of our partnership with the Collegian, Anthony De Leon has a scoop on Bulldog football, including the homecoming game against Colorado State.
I got the Bulldog spirit up in my head.
Up in my head. Up in my head. I got that Bulldog spirit up in my head. Up in my head to say. I got that Bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Got that Bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart to stay. I got that Bulldog spirit down in my toes. Down in my toes. Down in my toes, I got that Bulldog spirit. Down in my toes, hey! Down in my toes to stay. I got that Bulldog spirit. Up in my head, deep in my heart. Down in my toes, I got that Bulldog spirit. All over me to stay. I got that Bulldog spirit. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart, deep in my heart. I got that Bulldog spirit.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
I truly feel the heartbeat of everyone who's invested in this place, and I know why we're here. To develop our young men into winners in every respect. as people of character and leaders of integrity, to demonstrate what it is to be a community working as one, respecting traditions and creating new ones. That's building something bigger than just a great football team. That's being a Bulldog.
In our partnership with Fresno State Collegian, Managing Editor Anthony DeLeon is here to talk about what the Collegian is covering this week in sports. Thank you for being here today, Anthony.
Thank you.
So this week is homecoming week for the Fresno State Bulldogs. What can we expect for Saturday's game against Colorado State?
Yeah, so coming off of last week's game, it's a tale of two different games. They had trouble against Air Force. Last week, the defense was stellar. Going into this game, you're still going to have to play as well as the defense has been playing. They had 28 points off of 5 turnovers. Players like Justin Rice, Lavelle Bailey, Juju Hughes got involved, and that's going to be key for the Bulldogs going forward.
Okay, and then is there anything for homecoming that you know that's going to be going on at the game?
There's going to be some special tailgating. I know ASI is having a tailgate. I know the band's doing a couple of things, so it's going to be a big celebration.
Exciting. And then moving on to basketball, the NBA season started yesterday with the LA Lakers playing against the LA Clippers, which Paul George, which the Fresno State alum, plays for. Well, how do you think he's going to do this season?
So far going into this season, there are huge expectations. They added Kawhi Leonard, added Paul George. Some people have them pegged as the future NBA champions. Right now he's injured. He didn't play that game. They won 112 to 102. They looked pretty good. And going forward, adding him to that rotation, it's going to see how good they can fulfill his expectations.
Yes, and then this past Saturday was Fresno State Soccer Senior Day, and they won. So what did you say about that?
Shout out to the 8 seniors that are going out in style. They won 2-1 against UNLV. They are currently in 3rd place in the Mountain West standings. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak, and there's 3 games to go. They're playing hot at the right time, and it's exciting to see what they'll do in the tournament.
What do you think's next for them?
Just continue to keep playing. They're playing well as a team, and after those 3 games, Mountain West tournament, and see how they do.
Okay, and then is there anything else that you want to talk about that you're going to be covering this week for sports?
Just back to the homecoming. We're going to be there. We're going to be at homecoming. I'll be covering it with our sports editor, Jorge Rodriguez. It's just going to be good to see how Fresno State does.
Okay, thank you so much, Anthony. We've been talking with Collegian Managing Editor Anthony DeLeon, and that is your focus on sports. Back to you, Erica.
The Fresno Chaffee Zoo is holding its annual Zoo Boo event that is bringing in more than 3,000 people for this Halloween season. The first thing you see when you walk in is the staff handing out free bags. The guests use the bags to go trick-or-treating at the station set up by over 20 different sponsors. The kids are able to dance their heart away at Dracula's Disco and play different carnival games. Everyone is able to show off their costumes and enjoy the animals. The last 2 days to enjoy this event are this Friday and Saturday. You can buy tickets on their website at FresnoChaffeeZoo.org. Now, next week we have the zookeeper coming, and I hear that there's going to be a hissing cockroach. I don't know about you, Gina, but I didn't even know that cockroaches could hiss. What do you think about that?
I don't know what to say, Erica. I don't know. A tarantula, I've heard. There's actually going to be a tarantula and a scorpion. So
Ooh.
I am terrified. I mean, it's not for sure, but it's just the thought of it scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, anything that crawls, like especially something that's small and a little scary, I'm just not the biggest fan of.
Not at all. Next week on Fresno State Focus, we'll show you how one professor opens up homes in foster animals in need.
Plus, do you have enough money in your bank account in case of emergency? If not, we'll help you plan for that so-called rainy day.
Also, we'll show you how one student revamps old vans into your next cool ride.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.